everyone, and welcome to my second episode of my new series, Life on a Remote Island. So I'm currently on the Calf of Man, as I said in my first video. This is a smaller island located just off of the south of the Isle of Man, located in the Irish Sea, as you can see behind me here. An island should be over there somewhere in the distance. So I just wanted to give you a bit more background as to why I'm here and a bit more background about the island itself. So located on one of Britain's major migration routes, it is a bird observatory. So one of the UK's 21 bird observatories. It was accredited in 1962, but it has been collecting data since 1959, which is quite unique actually. Not many places have this historic sort of data collection, and it's really important because it means that we can look at trends and shifts in populations and movements, and obviously this is really important due to climate change. And so it's a pretty special place in terms of what it's collecting data wise and how long it's been collecting this data for. So I'm one of 4 wardens here. We come on from March and we are here until November, so no one is here over the winter. 2 of the wardens are ornithological wardens, so they specifically focus on all things bird, and then the other 2 members of the team are the estate team, the estate wardens. So that is myself and Mike this year. And we basically ensure that the island can run as it should do as a bird observatory. We are in charge of all the guest liaisons, so making sure that guests can come on and have a lovely holiday in the summer months. We also carry out some other survey work, so fauna and flora that's not bird related, for example, seal surveys, butterfly surveys and moth trapping. And we also carry out general habitat and estate management as well. But the thing is, a lot of our work actually happens behind the scenes, a lot of the estate work. So I would quite like to incorporate some of those activities and daily tasks that we do to keep this island running in these videos, as well as obviously sharing nature and wildlife content. So this episode is all about the last 2 weeks. So our first 2 weeks on the island, it has been very busy as we have been cleaning and opening up. So I hope you enjoy this episode. First thing is first, upon arrival, to crack a beer to celebrate the start of the season. It was then time to unpack. With boxes and stuff everywhere, I started with the kitchen, unpacking my food and filling my shelves. And here are my most important boxes, my naughty snack box and my alcohol, of course. The rigging room was filled with stuff, and the lounge was too. Lots of sorting and cleaning to do. We have the fire going pretty constantly at the moment to warm the old farmhouse and to try and dry it out after the wet winter. It is such a lovely view and a very peaceful place to sit. Upstairs to my room, and I am reunited with my bunk beds. Some key estate jobs were to employ additional camera traps. We are checking for the presence of rats, which were eradicated from the island after a successful programme, but we have to keep a close eye that they don't return. Then time to carry out building checks. The island is home to 3 lighthouses, 2 older stone lighthouses, and a newer middle lighthouse. All of them are out of action now though. Infrastructure on the island gets battered by strong winds over winter, so often we find that the window boards have blown in or out like this. This old foghorn building has also taken quite a hit recently. Also, we often find that tiles need replacing from the roofs. This is the mill pond, which is suffering from a leak. And this boardwalk used for bird ringing also needs some repairs. Once on the island, we put mist nets up as soon as possible to start catching birds as part of the important work being carried out by the observatory. One of the first jobs we have to do as the estate team is to clean the harbours. So this is Cow Harbour on the north of the island. We use this one quite a lot, and as you can see over winter it gets very green and slippy, and the seals also use it quite a lot. So I'm going to go down and give it a good clean to make sure it's very safe for us and for any visitors that come onto the island to use. There are plenty of painting jobs. This is the ringing station. We gave it a nice freshen up. A herd of local Manx Loxton sheep live on the island, and over winter they get to run the roost, but we have to keep them out of certain areas when ringing just to keep them away from the nets. So today I am at Keena Holby, which is one of our bays here on the Calf of Man, and we've got an exciting task, that is to put out our puffins. So these are our decoy puffins, they're not real. And the reason for this is because puffins used to breed on the Calf of Man quite a while ago, but for a variety of different environmental pressures, possibly invasive predators like the rats and longtails, food shortages, things like this, they've become extinct from the island, so we don't have them here anymore. We do often get sightings out at sea, but what we're trying to do as part of this Puffin project is bring them back so that they breed on the island. Here's Mike in the background. So we're putting out our puffins, and usually we also have a sound speaker playing out the puffin call to attract puffins in that are out at sea, so hopefully they breed here. A big thank you to Microgaming for their help and for funding the Puffin project this year. There is also plenty to burn. There is something seriously therapeutic and satisfying about having a bonfire. I love it. So one way to make our bonfire even better is potatoes! We're gonna put them on and have them for dinner, and I bet they're gonna be amazing. You know what will make it even better is when we actually have our own homegrown potatoes to use. That's the goal. Anyway, let's put these babies on. We've got the potatoes! Today we are in the guest side of the accommodation, and we are going to put in a new shelving unit here. We've just removed some old shelving, and we're going to, I think, fit a few shelves to follow sort of this apex hole that we've got, and it's going to be filled with board games for the guests to use. So we've taken some measurements and we've done a little drawing, something like hopefully. So we're going to get the materials and we'll keep you posted on how this goes. We're back for day 2 of the shelf, and I think to finish it off we just want to add a little apex corner there. In the right line. Ta-da! More painting and lots more cleaning. This is the guest kitchen. We are in the midst of cleaning everything, as you can see, including some of the far-flung places that no one has never been before. As no one is here over winter and the farmhouse is an old stone building, it gets very damp and mouldy. It also gets dusty and dirty very quickly, so cleaning is a never-ending job here.
So on the Calf of Man, we are short of water, particularly in the summer, and we have rigged this IBC tank here to catch rainwater from the sloping roof.
You know what this would have been back in the day?
I think it's an outdoor privy.
An outdoor privy to the farmhouse, and it's just unused and abandoned now. So I think we're going to put a board on the top.
Yes.
And then attach some guttering, and then obviously we get free water and we don't have to use our valuable water supplies, and we can keep the allotment watered.
Food and water. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Oh. So we fitted it into the hole. The water will run down, and we've got our guttering. We have managed to get out and about a bit though. This was a cetacean watch we did, so on nice calm days we watched the sea for porpoises, dolphins and whales. The guest side also needs lots of attention before the first volunteers and guests arrive, so we have been doing lots of decorating in the 3 rooms that we have on offer for the guests.
We have a gap which goes into the ceiling cavity. Ply, it's going to be screwed into.
I have done some baking, and we have also done a few beach cleans. So sadly we get lots of rubbish wash up around the island and we find balloons everywhere. We don't have beaches here, but we do have lots of coves. So after the winter storms there is always plenty to collect.
Thank you, I'll do it. Let's get a size.
We found this huge buoy which we think was used for mussel farming in Ireland.
2 bags full.
Finally and thankfully I've managed to fit in a few sea swims, one of my favourite things to do on the island, and also have managed to catch one of the Calf's epic sunsets, the perfect way to unwind after a busy day. I'll see you next time.